been almost a year and a half since the Nintendo Switch launched, and the console handheld hybrid has received some incredible support from a slew of developers. Many developers and publishers were seemingly waiting for the Switch to prove its viability in the market in fear of another Wii U blunder. Luckily, Nintendo sold 14.8 million units in its first year on the market, outpacing the phenomenon that was the Wii. Now, the Nintendo Switch is a beloved console by millions of gamers across the globe. While the Nintendo Switch has been thriving in the indie scene for quite some time now, more big third-party developers are starting to take notice. Massive multiplayer hits like Paladins and Warframe are making their way over because they want some of that Switch money-making pie. It began with Rocket League, the wildly popular car title that garnered a huge following on PS4 and PC, and then later on Xbox One. It was announced during one of Nintendo Spotlight presentations early last year, and Rocket League went on to find a new home on Switch last November, and the reception was positive. Another thing to note is that Rocket League has consistently been in the top 10 best-selling category on the Switch eShop since launch last year. Obviously, developer Psyonix made the right choice bringing its rocket-powered battle cars to Nintendo Switch. And the minds over at Hi-Rez Studios must have caught wind of all the success games we're finding on Switch, because they recently brought their incredibly popular hero shooter, Paladins, to the Nintendo Switch. And I've been seeing a lot of buzz around that game ever since. The shooter has likely captivated a whole new audience on Switch, much like Fortnite. Of course, I can't go without mentioning Fortnite. This mega popular battle royale shooter caught fire last year, and then it kinda recently came to Nintendo Switch. Epic and Nintendo both enjoy making money, so it only makes sense to put the world's most popular game on the fastest selling console. This is also the first Switch title Nintendo has showed its willingness to allow voice chat in-game, which leads to my next topic. Nintendo is not the same company that they were just last gen, which is a great thing. One important thing I wanted to go over is that for the first time in a long time, Nintendo's third-party titles on Switch are reflecting the same content found on other platforms. One thing is clear, in terms of hardware, the leap between consoles isn't as drastic as it used to be. During the Wii 360 PS3 generation, most third-party titles on Wii looked and played wildly different in comparison to the other versions. Those days are in the past, and now Nintendo's latest hardware can play most of the other games on other platforms without an unbearable graphical sacrifice. Nintendo is making huge steps forward in terms of catering to developers' needs. Whether it's crossplay in titles like Rocket League and Paladins, or voice chat in Fortnite, and hopefully more games to come. One thing is certain, the once stubborn and stuck in its old ways company is finally opening up to new and exciting ventures that surely paint a brighter future for the Switch, and Nintendo as a whole. So what I've been driving at and trying to get to is that I think these heavy-hitting titles like Arena of Valor, Rocket League, Warframe, and Fortnite, all on Switch, are going to attract other developers. It's only a matter of time before Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto 5, and more popular titles make their way to the Nintendo Switch. Hell, honestly, I wouldn't completely count out seeing some unlikely games like League of Legends or Rainbow Six Siege. Nintendo is full of surprises lately, and with its upcoming online subscription service, I'm sure the company is looking for more multiplayer titles to add to its catalog. Let's face it, companies want to make money, and if more big publishers see the viability in the Switch, they are sure as hell going to find a way to get their games running on the Switch hardware. Panic Button just might have their work cut out for them. That's all I really wanted to talk about today, guys. I think there's a whole host of reasons why the Nintendo Switch is succeeding and why Nintendo as a company is in a much better place than they were just a few years ago. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will talk to you later.